Well, literally and figuratively, not so literally. I haven't had a cup of coffee in a few hours, but coffee is still one of those things that people are not understanding. The research out there is quite voluminous, and people are still, is it good, is it bad, I don't know. Well, here's the thing. The old studies that said coffee was bad had a valid point. Increase in blood pressure, adrenal stress, cardiopulmonary distress. There are plenty of things associated with coffee, especially if you are not in good health, that can be bad. And it's really, wow, my dog is fighting the cat. The thing is that the coffee itself isn't so much the culprit as the caffeine. And then we see in some other studies, some independent studies, that coffee denatured from its caffeine, decaf coffee, has its own negative side effects. So then you're left wondering, well, what's good, what's bad? Then you have on the other side of the spectrum newer studies that have said, well, look, coffee holds off this host of diseases later in life. It increases your alertness, it increases your neural activity, increases focus, all these things. And it's true. So you have all these negatives that are still kind of standing. You have all these positives that are conclusively standing. So how do we treat it? What is, what's good, what's not? The simple answer is treat it like a drug. Use it to address specific issues at specific times. Don't use it as just a go-to drink. It's not something that you're going to sip on throughout the day. You shouldn't be. It's going to lead to adrenal fatigue and higher blood pressure and all that stuff. Not to mention that the positive effects of it are going to wane like any other drug. And you're going to need more and more and more to get the same effects, and you don't want to deal with that. Always minimum effective dose. Minimum effective dose is a massively useful concept. So, don't think of coffee as good or bad. Think of it as just a drug, and not a drug in the bad sense, more a drug in the medical sense, or a supplement. If you don't like the term drug, think of it as a supplement. It is beautiful pre-workout. It really gets your adrenaline pumping. Yes, it stimulates your adrenal system, and it will help you work out a little bit longer, a little bit stronger. It is a really good benefit as a pre-workout supplement. Now, if you add sugar and cream, you're fucking yourself. Black is the way to go. I'm sorry if you can't handle a strong bitter drink, just grow the fuck up. But it's really not a hard thing. Don't drink it throughout the day. Drink it at prescribed periods of time. Do you need it to wake up? Hopefully your nutrition and your sleep patterns are good enough where you don't need it to wake up. Ideally, you would only be drinking it before a late, long night run, or a long, late night run, or you will be drinking it pre-workout, or if for some reason you weren't able to get enough sleep, whatever. There's a number of reasons why you might want to down a cup of coffee. But as a pleasure drink, you should really control yourself and observe a little restraint, because you need to preserve your adrenal system. That's all I got for you tonight. Just a little short one, and talk to you later. Good journey.